What is it about the human condition that makes us want to explore our world? To find out what is around the next bend in the road, or to reach the highest peak so we can view into the deepest valley? Is it curiosity? Is it a desire to find a place few people have reached? Or is it a need to be alone and in touch with our physical world without the influence of modern society? All these things are what overlanding means to me. This is Flyfisher 530. This is part 2 of a 3-part series where I join with TrailNewbie and Rhino Offroad to take an overlanding trip to the eastern Sierras and beyond. After leaving Leavitt Lake, we travel to a historic ghost mining town near the California-Nevada border and come across some incredible finds and epic views at an elevation of 7,500 feet.
Alright guys, so pretty cool here. We're at this old mine called Shimung, Unknowable, something like that. What's this over here?
Oh, with mine shaft.
The video of Mike taking a video.
Mine shaft here, Kevin.
Oh, so they filled in something down here.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Guys, yeah, old mine shaft.
I didn't bring my flashlight, but yeah, it goes in a ways.
Obviously here they have it blocked off. You guys can see down there a little ways, but pretty cool. Are there a bunch of these along the road?
Yeah. When we first landed at the Masonic Mining District, we were not certain exactly where to camp. We decided to proceed up the road a little further and quickly decided it was too muddy and too exposed to be a decent camping area. On the way back to the main part of the Masonic town, I found my Jeep sliding towards a steep slope, even though I had tried to keep as close to the inside corner of the road as possible. Kevin was able to come up and put some eyes on the situation, which turned out to be no big deal. I simply backed up and gave it another go. And of course, being the nice guy I am, I gave him a ride back to his Jeep to avoid him walking in the muddy ground. As we came back down the road into the main part of the Masonic ghost town, we found a decent area off to the side of the main road to set up camp for the night. Before setting up camp, we realized our Jeeps were a muddy mess, and just grabbing the door handles meant transferring that mud to the inside of the Jeep or anywhere else you were grabbing things. So we took the opportunity to try out my DIY power water system, which did a good job of getting the mud off the doors and door handles as we were frequently getting supplies in and out of the vehicles. See the link in the description below or tap the link above for my video on this project. Alright guys, we are currently walking down a hill that we think will lead us to a tunnel that Kevin saw on his drone. So we're gonna keep walking here and hopefully, oh, I see the tailings pile. So we're getting close, I think.
Oh boy, it's nuts. So, pretty new tarp. Seems like this is what, maybe a new or newer mining claim, and someone's trying to.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably active.
It has electricity.
Yeah.
You got the flashlight. You want to take a look?
Is that a camera right there?
In.
The light.
Well, do the lights work?
Actually, I'm gonna turn this around.
I think they probably have a generator or something for up here.
Yeah.
You'd turn on. Wow, that goes far. Check it out, people. Watch out for bats. Wow, this goes way in here. Look at the water dripping on the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a drift. Oh, it drops. No, it doesn't. It's filled in. Or did that go down? They were following something there.
Yeah.
Stopped there. And they kept going this way. Wow. Holy cow, this just keeps going. Well, how far back we want to go, guys?
Well, yeah. Probably follow this for. What do you think the massive floodlights are for? Grill operation?
Wow, another split off here, and then it goes this way. Let's stay on the main one.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think it dead ends right here. That's why. Okay, dead ends. And then it goes off this way.
Wow.
After leaving the mine, we came back to camp where Kevin was cooking his very first meal on his iCamper Disco. We did a review of his iCamper Disco versus my Scottle made by Tembotask in the link above. By the way, the sausages turned out great and we settled in for the night, unaware of the sunset that was to unfold before our very eyes. Welcome to the Masonic Mining District. Okay guys, so this is the Masonic Mining District. I came into this road to the right of me here, and this road leads to the East Walker River in Nevada. It's quite the 4x4 road getting in this direction. This is where I first discovered this property in one of my videos. You know, I first saw this cabin that was here, and that was my first clue that something was going on in this area. And as I drove down further with my Jeep, we could see this mining operation going on here. And it's quite the significant mining operation that was going on in this area. This was where they were processing ore that was coming from the mountain behind me here. And you'll see that in some of the video footage. They were literally cabling down ore carts to this area, dropping it into a hole above this area at the very top, where it was being processed at different levels through stamp mills and what have you, down to gold ore. So quite the area in here. You walk along, you can see some of the buildings. Not much left in the area in terms of structures. There's some collapsed foundations. So you can see that the buildings here, you know, are not in the best shape. There's not very many buildings left. There used to be dozens of buildings in this area. They had a community of over 1,000 people. And I think they had 2 saloons, a hotel. You know, it must have been quite the city at one time. This is known as the lower town area, and then there's the upper town area further up the road. The area here, as you can see, there's numerous tailing piles all over this area here, all sorts of evidence of mining going on. We actually walked into a tunnel yesterday, and it's just amazing. You'll see dozens and dozens of tailings piles around here, evidence of where they were mining. More structures here. Amazing they even last this long, because this community started in 1860 and went through the Civil War years, and then the last mining operations were in the early 1900s. There's actually a plaque on the stone over here, and we'll show a picture of that in the video, but the last main structure really is right here, this stone structure. And it's hard to say even why or what its purpose was. The door on it is so wide, I kind of wonder if it was more like a storage place or what, but the roof has collapsed in, as you can see. There's not much left, and it's hard to know for sure what they were using it for, but This area is just an amazing area to explore. There's numerous off-road areas here. You could spend days up in this area exploring. So today, I think we're heading to Kavanaugh Ridge. But I think we're gonna spend a little bit more this morning exploring this area before we leave. But we're definitely coming back here again. This is just too interesting of an area, the history of it, plus the numerous off-road areas to explore. It's beautiful with quaky aspens everywhere. We're at a pretty high elevation, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful area.
So later that morning, we packed up our Jeeps and headed up the road to explore the upper town area of the Masonic Mining District.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Hey guys, we are parked in the upper town of Masonic, and Kevin found some buildings mapped on an old USGS topo map from the 1900s or something, I think. And
Yeah, 1900, 1905.
and so we have definitely an old building that was here, with rock walls, wood, all tucked into the hill here. So it's definitely one of those structures.
Cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of a rough foundation. Obviously some old lumber.
Yeah, we got some old cans here.
Yeah, very neat. So there were, on the map, there were a couple of structures across the street. Oh, actually, look. See right there?
Oh yeah. There's definitely an old structure over there.
Let's see if there's a...
See if we can get over there.
Yeah.
So we're now hiking across to the other side of the street.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it opens up in here.
Yeah, it does. And there were a ton. There's probably 6 or 7 buildings marked on the 1904 topo map. And actually, we see remnants of one right here.
Yep.
And right there. We'll walk over here, see what we see.
Yeah, right next to a little creek bed here.
Yep.
Where they
I'm
were.
sure once upon a time, or maybe seasonally this runs, or once upon a time it ran. I'm not gonna touch that, but we got some old aluminum.
This is called Masonic Springs in here, so up further up probably there is a little bit of water source, I'm guessing. They might have piped it down to the buildings.
Yeah, actually, here's pipe right here.
Called it. Yeah, they had some significant buildings back in here. Look at these walls and
Yeah,
everything.
100%. Yeah,
All
it'd be
along
really
here.
cool when we get back in cell service and get home. I really want to compare any photos we can find, kind of what we've seen.
Another big structure over here on this side.
Oh, this is kind of neat. This is like,
What's that? Piece of leather or
yeah.
a roofing shingle maybe or something?
Actually, yeah, it might be a shingle because there's a little roofing nail
Right in it.
right in it. Yep.
Wow, pretty cool. They tucked all these buildings in against the hillside here. And then they obviously had some sort of spring or water source.
Oh yeah, here's a bunch of it actually. It's up.
Yeah, big pieces of roofing shingle.
Yeah, you can see all the little holes in it where all the nails would have been.
Amazing how they used all these large rocks in here to build up these walls and create sort of a flat foundation for the buildings. Whole bunch of old metal in here on the ground. Looked like something might have been up on this side.
Pretty tucked away. Go a you look at this as well as when you look at how they interconnected all the lumber. I'll move over here.
Yeah, they notched it all.
Yeah, it's just fascinating.
Yep, they
Of
notched
course,
all
this was all done with probably
That's
comparing it
crazy.
to hand tools. See this right here? And to
over-
think, I mean, this was probably notched 150 years ago, whatever, but this log is still here, decent shape.
Amazing how it still hasn't rotted away after all this time, over 100 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure this was a residence. You know, somebody's house at one time lived in here through the winters and the heat of the summers.
Yeah, I'm
Mining.
sure. An old lid to a can here. Off to the right. Wow, that's incredible.
On the road leaving the Masonic mining town area, Kevin saw far off in the distance evidence of another mine shaft, and so we decided to take an offshoot road to visit this area.
Okay, on the way out of Masonic Springs, we stopped at another location and another mine site. This one has a pit here that's collapsed in, and they just have the tailings piles all around the perimeter of this thing.
Well, we've stopped again.
And there's more pits over here, so they had some sort of shaft going down into the hill.
Guys, look at the campsite. That dead ends.
I hope you enjoyed this trip to the Masonic Mining District with TrailNewbie and Rhino Offroad. From here, we traveled to Kavanaugh Ridge in the Sierra Nevada mountain range for stunning views of a remote wilderness valley from an elevation of 11,000 feet. As always, please like and subscribe to see upcoming videos of my overlanding adventures.